Hey guys, and welcome back to the 415 podcast with your girls, Miss B and Keita.
Hey girl,
Hey,
what you doing?
never listen to this podcast.
What podcast?
The 415 podcast.
Yeah.
With Miss B.
And Kita.
Oil. I got you. So somebody said, yours is
Know when
fresh.
y'all know when I got mine. She said she was making it for her coworker.
Miss B, what up?
A lot is up, but we good. Had a break, as I discussed. You see, I'm not over there with Keita no more. I'm in my own space. So I just got back. Got back. Ain't nothing like your own space. I think everybody feel like that. You know, I've been moving around the last 2 weeks from house to house, doorstep to doorstep, and now we back.
We got to work together.
Yeah.
We ever
we got
think
to-
that we working for the same company and working together from home?
Yeah, man. It's you know, the beauty of working from home is, you know, you can just be from anywhere. If you have laptops, you can really just, you know, work from wherever. I know in the beginning I wasn't feeling like trying to be all over the place, but you know, I'm in a better space as far as like going outside, as I did air quotes for those listening. But yeah, good break.
Freedom.
Yeah, there's a lot of people I know who left the States and they living abroad now. Some people have moved to Africa, some people have moved to the UK or whatever. So people left, shutting down those leases, making moves, exploring. So
Facts.
yeah, so this is, what is this? Episode 169, I guess. I think it is. It's been a long ride. Long ride.
Most definitely.
Yeah. 169. So I just want to like talk about finding clarity. You know, like I don't think a lot of people realize why road trips are a good move. Some people, you know, like to get to places fast, meaning, you know, you're taking flights. But there are a lot of people, and I would say in the world, you know, because I'm pretty sure you can road trip all over the place. But, you know, in the States, there's, you know, so many, well, I can't say all of them we can drive to, but you know, the ones that we can drive to, I love it because there's scenic routes. You know, when you're going through the transition from summer to fall, it's just a beautiful view as the leaves are falling. You know, it just really makes you get in this headspace where you're just like, you're not stressed out. You just, you know, in the flow of the drive, and you just looking at God's beauty. Like as I was coming through, you know, each state, because I have to travel through, I want to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 7 states to get back up top from Georgia. So, you know, each state.
I didn't even thought, like, I ain't never thought about that one.
So, you know, from Georgia to New York that's a lot of states. So, you know, each state has something, you know, that it kind of stands out from the next. So it's just like, I hate driving through Virginia. Everybody knows that. I just hate.
Everybody hates driving through Virginia.
I hate. It's one of the most.
I'm from Virginia and I hate driving through Virginia.
Yeah, it's the most boring part of the trip because coming up, you know, like 81, it's trucks. It's all trucks. You know, yes, you see like the greenery and all that, yeah, but you can't really roll the way you want to roll because the troopers out there are serious. But again, like I said, from state to state, well, that road trip as a whole, it really allows you to find clarity. And that's what we want to talk about, you know, finding clarity, like getting through that foggy state into that clear state mentally, You know what I mean? So this time around, I didn't have much on my brain. Going down, I had a lot on my brain. But coming back, it's clear. So
like Jimmy Carrey said in Ace Ventura, this house is clear. I have exercised the building.
yeah, it's something about riding with a lot on your mind versus riding with nothing on your mind.
Mm-hmm.
When you don't have a lot on your mind, you just chilling, you can jam out or you can just listen to nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think like the last hour of my trip, I didn't listen to anything. I just took in, because I think when you get to, I want to say like Pennsylvania, I feel like you start to see like the trees, the colors and all of that. It's just, and then when you hit like New Jersey, New York, you start to see those mountains, man. And it's just like, it's just something to look at. But that last hour, I was just like, I don't have much on my brain. And I'm not saying like I was completely stressed out, but you have like life, life brings certain things and it just causes your, brain to be a little foggy where you can't move the way you normally would move. And you start to feel lost or you start to feel like you hit a wall. And I saw a post today where somebody was telling their friend that they're hitting a wall. And the friend responded with, you know what? Sometimes those walls are meant for you to lean against. I said, that thing's so deep. I don't even think people caught on. Like, these walls be just standing, in the apartment that I'm in, it's one of them old joints. So it probably was built back in the 30s, 40s or whatever. So them walls have seen a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Them walls have dealt with a lot of people leaning or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my side of it. So I'm going to just kick it over to Keita to talk through her thoughts on, finding clarity.
I think my last trip to VA, going up to VA, I was in that car 9 hours, 8.5, pure silence. I didn't listen to nothing. I usually have on my phone, propped up in the vent thing. I'm watching Disney Plus, Netflix, whatever I can get my mind off of me having to drive this 8 hours. I'm watching at least 3 movies. That's going to give me 6 hours of drive time of me not focusing on the road. Not that last trip. That last trip, I really sat in silence and thought about everything that I've been going through or stuff that I gotta do, goals I gotta accomplish. I cried. And ain't nothing like a road trip when you cry, because it's like, but you still gotta, but you still gotta keep pushing. At the end of the day, you can cry all day, but you still gotta get to your destination. So for road trips for me is that I need clarity. I gotta get, it's something that it's like I can't run from whatever's bothering me at that moment, because it's me in the road and there ain't nobody else with me and there's no other distractions. And I have to focus on me at the time and figure out what is your plan of action at this point.
Yep.
How are you going to move going forward? And we all need it. Like everybody, and people always say, "You crazy? I would have got a plane ticket." Yeah, a plane ticket is good, but for me, I gotta get out whatever's happening.
Yeah, you're around too many people. Like, I feel like if you got a lot going on mentally, and you go to an airport, I feel like it's gonna make it worse.
Right.
It's too many people. People are now like really out there traveling. You got to go through the security line, more people. Then you got to go to the gate, more people. Then you got to be surrounded by all of these people. So you never really have that me time. If you had what do you call the people that sit next to you? A passenger, sitting next to you that want to tap you. Like, I don't know you from nowhere. Stop touching me. That was my last experience on a flight. I'm like, why are you touching me? Stop bothering me. I'm in my zone. I'm watching my show. I don't want to be bothered. And then you want to act like you own the whole thing. So you want to sit like this. Now you're on my side. And what I'm doing for the people who are listening is person was sitting on one side of the seat, but they were now overflowing to my seat or flowing over to my seat. So I'm like, you're in my personal space. And if my mind ain't clear, I could have spazzed out on this person because now you invaded my space. We're already supposed to be, 6 foot distance and we're on a plane where you can't. So yeah, road tripping, if you really want to get that major mental life clarity or whatever, that's the best thing you can do for yourself. Even if it's 2 hours, a 2-hour drive, let me tell you something.
Can help.
Just you in the road. See, a lot of people look at a trip from New York to Georgia or New York to Florida as, oh my gosh, that's the whole day. But they're forgetting, what it's doing. You're traveling through different states you've never been to. You can stop, you can go to, what's known to that state. You can check out a lot of stuff. There's always like signs that say, here, come here for fresh this or fresh that. And you can really just, pick up state gems. You know what I mean? Like you really going through 7 to 8 states that you never been through. Like, why wouldn't you stop? Get you a little souvenir or something. But too many times people look at it, oh my gosh, 13 hours. Oh, I can't do this trip. See, when I get ready to do that trip, I don't think about how long it's going to be, because that's where you set yourself up. You don't think about how long the trip is or how long you're going to be in the car. You just get in that, I wanted to say B, you just get in that mug and just go. Don't think about, dang, I only did an hour now. Shoot, I got a whole 9 hours to go. Like, don't do that to yourself. Just let the car roll out, put on your cruise control, and just take it in. Driving with trucks will make you focus. When I say trucks, I'm talking about 18-wheelers, and the ones that are towing 18-wheelers. Like they command and control the road. They will cut you off. So you really need to be on your mess when you're driving, especially, on these major highways. So, but clarity is necessary. You need to get that clear headspace so you can kind of maneuver through life. You're wondering why you keep hitting the wall. You're wondering why you're stuck. You're wondering why there's like a fork in the road in your life and you just don't know. It's because you have too much on your brain, too much also in your subconscious, things that just pop up that you're not like immediately thinking, but it's back there and it comes out, in your dreams or whatever. So, I think a lot of people need to take the time to really just sit down somewhere, because it's always a hustle and bustle, and it's not even just New York anymore, because New Yorkers have now moved down south. So they bring in that fast pace, everything. So people are now getting wrapped up into moving like busy bees or whatever. So I think it's necessary. Necessary.
Facts only.
Yeah. So it's just like, if you don't do that, what is you even doing? Why are you walking around cloudy? Why are you doing that to yourself? Nothing makes sense.
It ain't fun.
Nothing makes sense to you.
It ain't fun to walk around cloudy. Because, you be in your head so much. Like, I've been so driven by emotions lately. And I finally got to a place where I don't feel anything. Some people may say, oh, that's not a good thing. For me, it is. For me, it is, because I'm no longer driven by emotion. Not. That's my comfort level. And knowing I've taken control over, I've taken back control over the way my life need to flow. Everybody have their own way, but that emotional, I'm not good in that type of energy. When I don't feel anything, and I can move the way I feel comfortable. I feel like myself. I feel like myself, and I'm like, you know what? Shit. Nothing really, when I get to that, nothing bothers me. Nothing bothers me at all. And I can be so, I don't want to say numb, but numb. Anything that anybody throw at me, and I just be like, shit, oh well. All right, keep moving. Let's on to the next. We stuff got to get done. Point blank, period. Oh well. But if I'm driven by emotion, I'm emotional. I can't see past the trees.
Yeah, I don't too much fall into that where my emotions take over. You know, when I'm upset, when I'm angry, you know, I'm able to code switch. You know, I'm able to turn it off depending on who I'm talking to. Because I'd be stressed all the way out, you know, at work and nobody ever know. I just kind of move through, you know, get through what I got to get through. And that's it. I don't really be trying to have side. I don't really like having side talk anyway at work. Like, no, don't ask me about my weekend. You don't need to know nothing. It was good. What you do? Nothing. Even though I did 10,000 things, I don't need to know nothing. But yeah, I don't really move like that with, you know, the emotional part of it.
When it comes to that part, it's not like I can't function. Like I can't switch over, you know, on and off as far as work, personal. I can do that. But when it comes to thinking and making decisions, that's when it starts to mess with me, because I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do that, or dang, or how this person gonna feel about now I'm to the point where it's like, I don't care. And when I get to I don't care, it's like, yeah, that's good for me, but bad for somebody else. Because when I say that emotional person, that's who I'm natural. That's what I naturally want to be, right? The other person is like, that's my comfort level, because that's all I knew. That's all I knew. And have no feelings about anything. So that emotional, that's who I naturally want to be. I fight to be that person. That's it. I fight to be that person. I don't like to be emotional. I hate it with a passion, because I feel like that's my weakness. And once my weakness is being taken advantage of, it's like, now I got to go back to not feeling anything. And that's where I thrive the best. I thrive better at not feeling anything. It may be bad to y'all, but to me, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, because I'm over here like,
it makes perfect sense, because I'm more focused. And there are no, I got blinders on. For me, that's my that's my blinders. I know what I gotta do. Because then you know, this is the year is about to be over. We're in fourth quarter. And usually around this time, that's when I'd be like, all right, this is what I gotta do. It's about that time. It's coming. Every year. Just like I go through I go through a seasonal change in personalities with myself or something. I don't freaking know. But this is where I am right now. Like, you know what? It's time. It's goal activation time. You got to put the blinders on. You got to get focused. You can't be emotionally driven anymore. Stop. Maybe we'll pick this back up again in maybe March.
Yeah.
That's just how that. And then what happens around April? That's when I start getting a little emotional. Around my birthday. It never fails. So.
Yeah, April's like, April's like my go. That's my go. That's my on switch. As soon as April hit, because January to March, you're now, trying to get comfortable with the new year. And then April's like, all right, yeah, made it through 3 months, 1/4. Okay, we bumping into now the next. So it was good. You hype now because all right, you in the flow of it. That's how I move. I'm like, all right, I'm in the flow of it. Now is my personal holiday, April, the whole entire month. I'm lit, I'm hyped. So I'm never, I don't even remember a time when I was stressed like to the max my birthday time because I'm always gone. I'm always on some island or some beach or whatever. So yeah, I don't have time to be in that. And when I come back, that's a whole other situation. But we always gonna be clear in April. So yeah, this is pretty quick, I was looking at this article. It's called From Hazy to Clear, How to Gain Clarity About Your Life. I think this is from Deepak Chopra. But I just saw something. He was just saying like, when you're talking about like clarity, you're talking about your inner life. So achieving clarity isn't the same as cleaning the house and straightening out every room. The solution doesn't lie in attacking the problem directly. So it's more so, trying to find a way to get your mind to be orderly, focused, and clear on its own. So you got to create that space. And what I was saying is the road trip. That's how you create that space. You're away from stuff. You're away from people. You're away from your norm. And it's like kind of forcing you to actually just be calm.
Right.
Like you in the car. It's just you.
There's no way you can go.
Right.
You can't run from it.
Yep. So you gotta tell. You can play all the songs you want, but still,
you can't run from it.
So that if you're really seeking clarity, take a road trip, sis. Take a road trip, bro. Like, do it. Take a little short one. An hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. And if you're sick with it, go ahead and do that 10-hour drive. Get your little hotel, or if you got family over there, go kick it with that cousin you ain't talked to in a minute.
Right.
I'm sure he or she would be happy to hear from you and see you. Okay. So that's it. That's episode 169. Finding clarity, or foggy to clear, whichever key they're gonna name it. But I'm clear.
Road to clarity.
Are you?
Road to clarity.
There it is. Road to clarity. If you need help, I promise you, just take these steps. Are you gonna be in the clear, sis, bro? Just saying. That's it. That's all I got.
There, people, is the word of the day.
Where's the rap, people?
Wrap it up like they should.
Gone. They probably not even feeling that guy right now, but I'm like, y'all just need to just go get some clarity. A lot of y'all mad at stuff that ain't even about you right now. So I'm gonna need you to go clear that out. Anyway, go get clarity. I ain't even gonna say what I normally say. That's it. That's the task. That's the instruction for you today. That's your assignment.
I understood the assignment. I
hope so.
I understood the assignment. Oh.
On to do it. Take that trip.
Take it.
You're gonna look at those roads differently, y'all. Believe that. What is your girls, Miss B?
And Keita.
415.
And we out of here pimping.